You may think you know Thai food. You may even think you get Bangkok. Well, whatever you're thinking, there is so much more.
The Thais have two aspects to their culture, their soul and their stomach.
Chef David Thompson just may have single-handedly brought Thai food to the Western world. When he's not in the kitchen, you'll probably find him pounding the pavement, enjoying authentic Thai street food. Thompson's one-time protege, Dylan Jones, has become a master in his own right.
3 chefs, 1 city, yeah?
Resurrecting authentic old Thai recipes while adding his own special touch. And then there's the returning force of Ian Kittichai.
Bangkok will be one of the spots that you have to come here and eat.
Bangkok-born, internationally trained, a chef who has known this city from childhood. The breadth and depth of food experiences available in this dynamic, contradictory, absolutely crazy city will shock you. So, get ready to experience some true Thai, right here, right now, on 3 Chefs, 1 City. Three Chefs, 1 City is the show that brings you the hottest and most dynamic food cities in the world. And this time, we're in Bangkok. From Michelin star dreams to some of the world's best street food and everything in between, Bangkok has so much to discover.
I'm Chef Ian Kittichai,
I'm David Thompson.
I'm Chef Dylan Jones.
and this is my Bangkok.
This is my Bangkok.
This is my Bangkok.
It's almost impossible to decide where to start.
I've got Bangkok covered.
Nobody know Bangkok like I know Bangkok.
Chef Dylan Jones started his career in his native Australia before moving to London, where he trained under the infamous Thai food chef David Thompson. First, he fell in love with Thai food, then a talented Thai chef, and then he fell in love with Thailand itself.
Growing up in Australia, the food that I ate was very meat and 3 veg type of stuff. We did have a local Chinese restaurant, but we had sweet and sour chicken. So my food odyssey or my food journey really started when I started cooking, and then I went to London and started to travel, and that's when I started to really understand and get a greater range of what food can be.
Together, Dylan and his wife, accomplished chef Duong Porn Sangvasiva, or Bo, now run and own the restaurant Bolan.
Working with your wife is not something I would recommend.
Managing a working relationship with your spouse can be tricky.
So I've lost Bo again, which always happens to me in the market.
We do fight when we work, but generally when we fight when we work, it's about the food or about something to do with the restaurant.
You don't want to be in the kitchen with us when we fight.
Well, I'm the boss.
Dylan thinks that he's the boss.
If you ask me really, she's the boss. I love coming to the market because it gives us a real pulse on what's happening in Bangkok.
The markets of Bangkok come in all shapes and variations, and Dylan knows the ins and outs of so many of them.
It's so fresh and vibrant, you see everything that goes on.
Dylan has decided to bring us to Klong Tui Fresh Market, the largest fresh market in Bangkok.
You need to look at buying things locally, naturally, and fresh.
He feels it speaks to the pulse, the true culture of Thailand. Is he right?
When you go grocery shopping in the West, everything's in a nice packet on a styrofoam tray wrapped in plastic with a nice price tag on it. In the East, it's half the time still alive, it's still running around, it's still slithering. Look how fresh this is. The vegetables are still as they ought be, there's nothing prepped, there's nothing done.
So there's so many unique ingredients here that we don't even know the English translation. So you've got this, which is the fruit of the Dokkanon tree.
I think in the East, it's a lot more interesting because you can see it in its real, true form.
A crowded frenzy of both shoppers and sellers, this appears to be a prime place to meet the locals. Is this what Dylan means by his Bangkok?
When you walk into a market, the experience you get is completely confronting. It's busy, it's rushed. You've got things like fermented fish sauce, which they call plara, that you can smell like 4 or 5 blocks away. You've got things like roasting chilies going on in the market, making everyone cough. It's so intense and so exciting. That's not even a lot of chili. This is a small amount of chili. When I come to a market like this, I'm not necessarily looking for a particular ingredient unless it's for a particular dish on the menu. Pick up. This one, the catfish, I'd make a crispy fish cake out of it and serve it with one of my chili relishes. I just love the fact that you've got frogs, quails, fish, all on the same tray of ice. We also love the market because it lets us see what's available when it's in season and straight away, and then making a cuisine from that. That's what Thai food is all about, essentially.
It's time to work.
Work. We all thrive on our work, don't we? We reveal and expose ourselves through our daily creations. Perhaps this is Chef Dylan Jones, up close and personal.
So welcome to Bolan. Come on in, guys.
I think what's special about Bolan is we're uncompromising in what we do, and so when you come in, you're going to get a true experience of what we think Thai food ought to be served.
Bolan has a reputation as one of the best restaurants. Let's see if this status is justly earned.
Bo recently just got awarded the best female chef in Asia by the San Pellegrino Guides, and it was a fantastic and wonderful surprise for us as a restaurant, and it was a surprise for me that she hasn't turned into this megalomaniac.
Thai cuisine varies from region to region, from north, northeastern, central, and southern.
I think the beauty of Thailand and its cuisine is there is this region. Obviously there's sub-regions within those regions that then offer their different cuisines and their different types of food. And for me, that's what's so interesting about Thailand. This is what also is so interesting about Bangkok, because Bangkok's sort of a central hub in Thailand, so you've got all these different cultures coming in and bringing their own food and their own food scene.
Bolan is known for its earthy curries and special attention to ancient royal Thai recipes, which can be traced back as early as the 12th century.
This one here, red curry of grilled pork with green banana or raw banana. We like it because it's a curry. So curries we find ours are quite special because we hand pound the paste ourselves. At Bolan we get our recipes in several different ways. We blatantly steal dishes that we like when we go to restaurants in the countryside that we think, wow, this is amazing. Obviously we don't steal the recipe, we just steal the idea and then come up with it ourselves. We also collect a lot of old cookbooks, whether it be memorial books, cookbooks, newspaper articles, and sometimes funeral books, and we get inspiration from them that way. Sometimes we have no point of reference to how this dish should be, so we have to come up with our own interpretation, so a lot of time it is trial and error. I think for me the thing that makes Bolan special as well is just that sense of tranquility when you walk in, and that sort of peace that the garden gives you. So when you walk in, you don't feel like you're in Bangkok anymore.
Three chefs, one city is in Bangkok, also known as the City of Angels. Bangkok is a sprawling metropolis, and Chef Ian Kittichai is no stranger to busy, crowded cities. Paris, Tokyo, and not too long ago, the Big Apple.
I'm Chef Ian Kittichai, and this is my Bangkok.
That's right, Kittichai is renowned in New York City. Now, back in Bangkok, does this guy still have his finger on the pulse? Let's find out.
There is something missing in Bangkok, so I'm creating this nose to tail restaurant concept. I believe it's like, you know, in the old days, nobody want to throw anything away, so we eating everything. So for us in Asia, it seems to be like really normal. In Bangkok, we have actually offering a lot of things, and then more new concept coming in as well. So it's gonna be a hot place. A lot of chefs will come in here and then, you know, showing off their talent.
Hello.
It's like New York, isn't it? When Thai people greeting each other, instead of Sawadee Krap, which is hello, they say, have you eat yet? Everything's about, have you eating something? Have you eat yet? You want to eat something?
Ah, okay. After all, Ian started in Bangkok with very humble beginnings.
When I was 12, I had to drive the truck, 2:30 in the morning, and then I slept in the car. And then my mom would go around the fresh market or wet market, we call it here, and then pick all the produce and stuff like that. My mom cooked 10 different kind of curries, and then we go around the neighborhood, and then I was like, hot curry coming, hot curry coming. So I grew up working with my mom, so I think it was in my blood since I was young.
Okay, that has to go in the win column. Kittichai knows this city.
Bangkok is the a center of Southeast Asia, so it's easy to get out, easy to get in. And also, we actually have our culture with our royal king. and Thai food, which is from Royal King Palace. So I think in terms of culture, in terms of Thai food, I think we're quite really strong. I think it's like one of the best in the world.
A region of many religions, Thailand has a deep respect and reverence for its Buddhist roots, with beautiful temples, large and small, at every turn.
You can see people everywhere going to the spiritual house and then stop and then pray. So we believe in our religion. Thailand got voted to be #1 tourism in the world. Doesn't matter you go to north, south, you can enjoy just about every part of Thailand. They're completely different.
Yet another power couple, Ian's accomplished wife Sarah, is definitely integral to his ever-growing success.
Ian is one of the most creative souls I've ever met in my entire life.
Since my wife involved, she will tell me what I need to do and what I don't need to do.
Well,
She's the boss, but please don't tell her.
Chef Kittichai will do just about anything to get his recipes right. In fact, he's got a lab at home filled with equipment with names like centrifuge and rotary evaporator. Like some kind of mad scientist.
It's not mad scientist. This is the thing that I need, it's the equipment that I'm working with.
you would not believe the kind of stuff he has in here.
Hey, isn't this stuff medical equipment?
I need this stuff. I'm researching for something, like I'm researching how can I extract from this the new flavor.
So basically you put the chocolate here, then it's cooking, it just keep rolling.
Those kind of things help me to achieve the flavor into the food.
Every day I come in here, there is a new piece of equipment I've never seen before.
Maybe something like Charlie and Chocolate Factory or something like that. I don't think it's the mad scientist or anything like that.
Well, maybe you have to be a little crazy to front such a diverse and growing array of restaurants.
The energy is here. I believe it's about 16 to 17 million people who live in Bangkok. People want to come here to doing something, make it happen as well.
Hey, this guy has been dubbed the Golden Boy by the Thai press. He's recognized everywhere he goes. His Thai TV show is seen in 70 countries around the world.
I can create something on the TV for the housewife. So many things going on with me, and then it just keep me going. And then of course behind me, my wife just had to whip, and then if I'm not moving, she will like whip me.
Chew on that for a minute. Or, better idea, chew on this, or this, or this.
I get to do everything, so it doesn't get me sick of do over it and over it and over it again.
His restaurants come in every style and size. From the contemporary bistro feel of Smith's to the oasis that is Ian's latest Thai feat, S01. The styles of all Kittichai's restaurants are diverse and comfy.
It's kind of like an experience when you're coming here. You walk into the restaurants, you see the surrounding, the architecture, the design, the style of the food, the staff, the service. I think this is the whole package that you see. It's just like I invited you to come into my house. I'm gonna start today doing our signature dish, which is our baby back rib glazed with chili. I get a slab of the baby back rib, and then I cook in the tom yum stock, which has had galangal, kaffir lime leaves, lemongrass, black peppercorns, and then I cook them for 2 hours. The meat will come out like right off the bone. So I'm creating that sauce, which is nobody has done it before. Red curry paste we homemade here, palm sugar, and salted yellow beans. I'm taking New York, Mumbai, Spain, which I opened the restaurants there, and then I take all the signature dish to put it here at S01. If you have the pastry brush, you can use pastry brush to brush it on. What I'm cooking in New York and what I'm cooking in Bangkok here, I'm using the traditional and then authentic flavor of Thai cooking. And then we're gonna put under the salamander, or you can use broiler at home. I translate that into my term with my technique. So I was cooking something, because Thai cooking, there is no medium rare. Everything is well cooked. Underneath there, I have the charcoal so to keep it hot.
This is great. A European rib recipe, learned in Bangkok with, of course, a unique Thai flair.
I think Bangkok will be one of the spots in the world that you have to come here and eat. This is baby back rib. Please enjoy. Okay.
Bangkok is famous for its delicious, mouth-watering street food. From small stalls to full-on meals, in every alley on every side street, you'll find something delectable to eat, usually served up by a vendor whose family has been there for generations. Chef David Thompson claims to know them inside and out.
Delicious markets, the delicious food culture. I'm hooked.
This is David Thompson's claim to fame in Bangkok.
I'm David Thompson, and this is my Bangkok.
I always love seeing David, but he's not good for my health.
I think the thing that first made me fall in love with this city, this crazy, eclectic, mad, insane, delicious city, was the fact that nothing made sense.
In fact, David is known to be a street food aficionado. Follow him. He knows where the best stuff can be found.
When I'm at home, I don't cook at all. Give me a break. I don't want a busman's holiday. I'd rather eat on the streets. One of the pleasures was just to be able to go downstairs and just have something to eat. Something simple and easy, as simple as, say, some stir-fried noodles with some Chinese broccoli or some grilled fish with some chili sauce.
โอเคก็ให้คนไทยมาครับ
All easy, simple, straightforward stuff, and yet impeccably done using spankingly fresh ingredients.
Thai street food is usually quite different from the food that one would eat at home or in restaurants such as mine.
When you have those things combined with the Thais' fastidious approach to cooking and their food, makes for damn fine dishes. You can see the Thais at their most frenetic at a market because it involves the things they love the most, and that's their food.
You see, David Thompson wrote the book on Thai street food. And by that I mean, in 2010, he released a book called Thai Street Food.
You walk into a market and it's just pulsing.
Everything that's fresh, unprocessed. Over here, there's fish of all types.
It's pulsing with life.
นี่แกงไตปลาแล้วก็แกง
Markets are one of the most important aspects of Thai culture.
This city lays claim to around 500,000 food stalls.
This is like typical Bangkok stuff. It's noodles with fish dumplings, but she's also selling various curries. นี่แกงไตปลาแล้วก็
And David just might be our inside man.
It's the font of everything, of food, of gossip, of news. People go there on a daily basis.
This is a man who loves the streets of Bangkok at night. And who wouldn't? The intensity of colors, smells, and flavors only increases under cover of darkness.
Bangkok's a seductive city. We're coming into the cool season now, and this is Bangkok at its best, where you can walk around without sort of collapsing into a sweaty puddle.
What did the chefs who have trained under David have to say?
I utterly respect David Thompson. I think he's an amazing man. I don't know that I could work for him ever again.
I know Dylan likes to recycle things, and he certainly recycles my recipes too.
There's no denying that beautiful Bangkok remains a city of disparity, with rich and poor side by side. Yet somehow, they happily make it work.
Bangkok is a city of contradictions, of contrast, where the rich sit next to the poor live with the rich, with some type of social harmony, and that's rare to come across.
After all, this is a city where you can buy a tasty bowl of noodles on the street for about 50 American cents, yet around the corner, find a Guinness beer for $8.
Thai food is a democratic cuisine because it unifies the country. Whether you're rich or poor, all Thais or all people who live here expect the same thing, good food.
Sanuk means fun, and Sanuk also means enjoyment because you see the Thais try to derive enjoyment or pleasure or fun out of everything they do. It's one of the hallmarks of their culture.
There's a clear distinction between Thai food and Thai street food.
There's two streams to Thai food. Proper Thai food or traditional Thai food, food that's eaten with rice, a han kap khao it's called in Thai, and that's food that's shared, it's eaten family style and it's eaten usually in the home.
When you go to markets like this, you just realise how important ingredients are, and cooking Thai food is so reliant upon fresh ingredients.
The other type of Thai food is street food, a han jan dio it's called, and it's single plate food. It's food that you eat when you're on the hop, pad Thai, stir-fried noodles, som tam.
Everywhere in the market you have food that's raw or food that's cooked, and these people are just serving to take their food home.
That difference is now beginning to blur as more and more Thais cook less and less and eat on the streets. And there are more cooks catering to that need on the streets now than ever before. It's absolute madness to have a restaurant in Bangkok. It's absolute insanity to have for a Western to have a Thai restaurant in Bangkok. Thai food is a balance, you know. Some of the dishes are immensely complicated, you know, to do a geng muslim and a muslim and curry. You've got 30 or 40 ingredients in the curry paste and about 10 or 15 different complicated stages.
Smoky and burnt on the bottom, but still soft on the top.
That can be bamboozling to the culinary novice, and indeed certainly for me too at times, but when a dish as complicated comes together, by gosh, it can be outstanding.
Here is a simple little curry that's spicy and salty and perfect with some grilled eggs.
But they also have very, very simple dishes. Some salads, for instance, that can be just as simple as some prawns that are blanched in boiling water, then a squeeze of lime juice, and a dash of chilies, a drizzle of fish sauce, and it's served. And that's what you get in Bangkok. You get that wonderful array of possibilities.
So there you have it, a look at Bangkok and its food scene through the eyes of those who define it. Chef Thompson, Dylan Jones,
I think it's really interesting what's happening at the moment in Bangkok.
and Kittichai.
We're really proud of our country and proud of our food.
Bangkok, a city of food opportunity at every corner, and one of the world's great food destinations. Revealed here on 3 Chefs, 1 City.